Hi folks, my name's Farmer Mac. I work with Green City Growers and I'm here at the Fenway High School garden today. So this was my second visit today and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what I've been getting up to this spring. So on my first visit when I came here, I went through and I cleaned up all the beds from any sort of hay or dead plant material that was left from the fall. So I went through and removed all of that so that we got down to the bare soil. And then what we like to do after that removal is add in some soil amendments to fertilizers. And so that's what I did 2 weeks ago. And those fertilizers are great to put in before you start planting because they release more slowly. And those two fertilizers were crayers and azomite. And so they have some of the macronutrients as well as the micronutrients that plants really need to grow healthy and strong. And so that was awesome to get those in there because I did a lot of planting for this week, all sorts of different spring veggies, and I could take you around the beds and show you what I got planted because it all looks so great. So right here I did some lettuce transplants and then I also seeded some greens behind them. These carrots I had planted last week or 2 weeks ago and they didn't quite germinate. I wasn't really seeing anything, so I decided to reseed them today. That happens sometimes if the soil's too dry while the irrigation wasn't turned on, or just because they might have gotten planted a little too deeply. So I reseeded those today and hopefully we'll be seeing some green shoots coming up on my next visit. I also planted some bok choy as well as some Swiss chard, and then there's some beets down here. I've got the watering can and I can water them in as I show you. It's super important that when you're seeding anything or even just getting the transplants in, that they get some water so that they have it there when they're trying to establish themselves, because it is a little bit stressful for plants to go from a new environment. So we like to make sure that they get watered in. Also, the transplants get dunked in some fish emulsion, which is a quick releasing fertilizer. So like I was saying, the crayers and the azomite are slower releasing. The fish emulsion is very quick and so gives the plants nutrients right as soon as they get into this new environment to get them started on the right foot. So over in this bed I had planted some radishes, and so you can see these little sprouts popping through. Radishes germinate really quickly, so that's why they're pretty big already. And then I did some kale back here, and I also did some arugula right here, as well as some spinach and cilantro. You can see along the back here, I already have some snap peas popping up. And so eventually they're gonna grow really big and tall and they're gonna want something to hold on to, and so that's why we have the trellising here. And then in this bed, I'm so excited, I actually just planted in some potatoes. So there's gonna be 5 different potato plants here. I kind of mounted them up just so I could remember where exactly I had planted them, but I have 2 different varieties in here and those get planted in really deep. So it'll be a little while until we see some shoots coming up. But up there on the back garden bed, not super exciting at the moment. I just did the same sort of thing where I cleared out any sort of debris and added those fertilizers. But everything is already looking so good here, and I'm excited that I keep having these really beautiful days working down here. But I hope you all are doing really well and staying healthy, and hopefully I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you next time.